The man we all know and love as the die-hard hero, Bruce Willis, has finally broken his silence and spilled the beans on how Hollywood has been taking advantage of him. For decades, Bruce Willis has been the tough guy we can count on to save the day on the silver screen. But it turns out, behind that rugged exterior, Hollywood has been playing its own game, and Willis is ready to spill the secrets. From action-packed blockbusters to heart-pounding thrillers, Bruce Willis has done it all, and it seems the industry has been milking his talents for all they're worth. So, what's been eating at the iconic actor? Let's find out. The online community was taken aback when multiple news outlets broke the heartbreaking story that actor Bruce Willis's aphasia had progressed into dementia. Amidst the somber news, it was claimed that producer Randall Emmett knew about Bruce's deteriorating mental health but still pushed him to participate in his films. But is this allegation accurate? In March of 2022, Bruce Willis's family made a heartfelt announcement that the 67-year-old action star would be stepping away from his acting career due to a diagnosis of aphasia, a neurological disorder affecting his ability to communicate clearly. However, before his retirement, Willis collaborated on several films with 51-year-old producer Randall Emmett, including a movie Willis directed called Midnight in the Switchgrass. Yet even during those working days, there were signs of trouble, as noted by Emmett's former fiancée, Lala Kent. She revealed that in a phone conversation back in September 2020, Emmett had a breakdown and confessed to her about Willis's worsening condition. Allegedly, he shared that the actor couldn't recall his lines and seemed disoriented about his surroundings. Kent recalled his words, "I can't continue with this. It's just so heartbreaking. Bruce can't remember any of his lines, and he doesn't seem to know where he is." However, Emmett has vehemently denied having any knowledge of Bruce Willis's health issues during that period. In a statement provided to the Los Angeles Times, Emmett asserted that he had no awareness of Bruce Willis's health issues. However, it's worth noting that this statement was made about 2 years before Willis's health problems were publicly disclosed. Adding to the concerns, Alicia Haverland, the property master for Midnight in the Switchgrass, also acknowledged that the actor's declining mental condition was widely known. According to Haverland, both the stunt coordinator and the first assistant director observed Willis struggling with his condition. She emphasized that anyone paying attention would have clearly noticed his deteriorating abilities, stating, "Our stunt coordinator mentioned he was struggling. Our first AD saw he was struggling. You would have to be blind not to see him struggling." Bruce Willis's attorney Martin Singer has claimed that Emmett was aware of the actor's cerebral issues but continued to pressure him into acting roles. In response, Emmett's representative told Us Weekly that Willis genuinely enjoyed his time on set during their collaborations. The representative mentioned that Willis relished dinners and conversations with the crew, emphasizing that if Willis didn't want to be there, he wouldn't have been. The representative insisted that Willis, one of the greatest actors of his time, had been sought after by multiple production companies until his recent retirement, and that Willis was counted among Emmett's closest friends. However, it's important to note that these statements may not reveal the whole truth, as there are allegations of coercing a mentally unwell actor. Furthermore, Emmett is facing other serious accusations, including claims of perpetuating abuse against employees, business partners, and women. According to the LA Times, Emmett's company, the Emmett Furlough Oasis, is currently entangled in approximately a dozen lawsuits. Emmett spokesperson Sally Hoffmeister has denied all these allegations in a statement to the LA Times. At this point, it remains unclear who is in the right, and the feud between Bruce Willis and Randall Emmett hangs in the balance. It had been previously disclosed by Bruce Willis's family in the past year that he had retired from acting due to an aphasia diagnosis. However, the latest update reveals that the actor's condition is even more severe than initially feared. In a statement addressing this cruel disease, Willis's family noted, "Unfortunately, challenges with communication are just one symptom of the disease Bruce faces. While it's painful to confront this reality, having a clear diagnosis is, in a way, a relief." Frontotemporal dementia, or FTD as it's known, brings with it personality changes, memory problems, and eventually muscular and movement issues. It's a devastating and relentless illness for which there is currently no known cure. Given the tragedy for both Bruce Willis's family and his countless admirers as they witness this great actor's fall, one might have hoped that those who worked with him professionally would show him the respect and privacy he deserves instead of exploiting his situation. Unfortunately, this hasn't always been the case, as we saw with the Emmett situation. Signs of Bruce Willis's health struggles had surfaced even before his retirement from acting in May 2022. A Los Angeles Times report indicated that his illness had progressed to a point where he could no longer work with his usual conviction in the past few years. He was quoted on the set of one of his lesser-known films as saying, "I know why you're here, and I know why you're here, but why am I here?" As far back as 2015, Willis's apparent detachment from his surroundings was noted, even mocked. During his Broadway debut in a stage adaptation of Stephen King's Misery that year, critics pointed out lengthy pauses in his responses, attributing it to his use of an earpiece. Now, with the knowledge of his condition, this makes more sense. Willis's appearance in several subpar films over the past decade and criticism of his role in M. Night Shyamalan's 2019 film Glass can be better understood in this context. It appears he was determined to take on as much work as possible before his condition made it impossible, even if it meant participating in a series of lesser-known VOD action films. In a particularly unkind jab, the Golden Raspberry Awards introduced a category titled Worst Performance by Bruce Willis in a 2021 Movie during last year's ceremony, nominating him for his work in various undistinguished films from that year. However, when his daughter Rumor publicly disclosed his aphasia diagnosis and his decision to step away from acting at the age of 67, it became evident that the awards had made a mistake. Their initial response on Twitter was criticized for its insincerity. Consequently, the awards co-founders issued a formal statement acknowledging that it was inappropriate to give Willis a Razzie in light of his medical condition. Amongst all this drama, Bruce Willis's family appears to be capitalizing on his image. Despite his health struggles, his family has allowed him to participate in numerous low-budget films where he often works for just a day or is cast alongside lesser-known actors. In these films, Willis utters lines provided to him through a hearing device. In 2022 alone, he starred in a staggering 8 such films, with 3 more on the way. His next project, scheduled for the following year, features fellow D-list actor John Travolta in what's to be a questionable film called Paradise City. Now, there's news that his family has licensed his likeness to an artificial intelligence company specializing in deepfake technology. This company, called Deepcake, can place Bruce's face onto another actor's body. The motivation behind this decision has raised eyebrows and concerns. The controversy began when Deepcake reportedly used Bruce's image in a commercial for the Russian telecoms company Megaphone, grafting his face into understudy Konstantin Solovyov. It's disheartening to witness the decline of Bruce Willis, and it seems that those close to him have prioritized financial gain over preserving his legacy. A recent article in the Los Angeles Times sheds light on the challenging conditions on the sets of these movies, raising concerns that the actor may have been taken advantage of. The incidents on these sets varied in severity, from relatively harmless to potentially dangerous. A crew member from the 2020 movie Hard Kill reported that Willis repeatedly discharged a gun loaded with blanks at the wrong cues. This situation is especially important in the wake of the tragic accident on the set of Rust, where a gun fired by Alec Baldwin accidentally killed cinematography Helena Hutchins last year. So why did so many people involved in these films choose to work with an actor who may not have been mentally fit for these roles? The answer lies in the allure of money. Willis's involvement, even if brief, helped independent filmmakers with limited budgets sell their movies internationally. Having Willis's name and face on a movie poster or in a lineup of streaming service offerings attracted viewers to these films. Do you think casting Bruce Willis in low-budget films despite his health struggles is all about money or artistic merit? Let us know in the comments. If you like this video, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe for all the Hollywood tea and drama. If there's juice to be had, you can count on Miss Juice to bring it to you.